What's up guys, it's Bizute, back with another Reddit video. Today, r/entitled parents. You know it's going to be a good one. These entitled parents are out to get us. As always, thank you for all the support. After this video, subscribe if you enjoy, like if you enjoy, but after the video, you can't be liking beforehand. How do you know you're going to like it? You can't tell that you're going to like it, alright? So after that video, I want to make sure you like it. Hit that like button. If you don't, let me know why. I'll improve it, or at least try to. And yeah, let's get right into this Reddit video. Entitled parents, here we go. I have children. I can't park far away. After listening to / reading so many entitled parent stories, I have finally remembered a good one of my own. So this happened when I worked at a grocery store. The one where everyone knows it's expensive, and now is owned by a certain billion-dollar company. So I used to see many entitled people come through on a daily basis. Shout out Whole Foods. One Saturday afternoon, I was out collecting carts. Sundays are always busy, so the parking lot is always packed. There are other stores in the center as well that people like to frequent around us. The parking lot that is in the front of the grocery store is mainly all handicap parking, besides 2 regular spots, in a spot that no one is allowed to park in because it is blocked for people to walk in and out of the store. I hope this makes sense. As I was collecting carts, I watched a lady casually pull up into the no parking spot. Luckily, my manager, who was standing near the entrance, saw her pull up. I had a good spot from where I needed to put the carts away, so I got a perfect view of the encounter. My manager walks outside and tells her politely that she is parked in a crosswalk spot. I have to park here. I have children. I'm sorry, miss, but you cannot park here. This is a no parking spot, and you have to park somewhere else. You expect me to park in the back? I have children. I cannot do that. Again, you cannot park here. You either park in the actual parking spot a little further away, or I will have your car towed. Your choice. I cannot believe you are treating me like this. I am a customer, and I cannot park in the back because of my children. My manager goes back and forth with her for a couple more times until she finally leaves, backing out aggressively and speeding away. Real smart to do with your children in the car. He stood out front a while to make sure she did not come back and try to sneak into that spot again. I know this is not a crazy story, but the fact that this mother thought that just because she has children, she's entitled to park in the front of the store wherever she pleases. If this was the case, we would have cars parking on top of each other since we had a lot of parents that shop in our stores. Really? Just because you got children, you can break the law? That's just how this works? You know what? I'm just gonna go shoot somebody because I have a child. I'm gonna go kidnap someone because I have a child. No. Children are not the hall pass. Get out of here with that, all right? Also, your child, they can walk. Every day's leg day. Get them calves moving, them quadriceptives, them hammies, stretch them out a little bit, and they're good to go. Like, parking lots can be big, but let's be honest. Like, you're not walking for more than 5 minutes. They're not that big. Also, it's like, if you have a child who's too young to walk, you got a stroller, so they're not doing the walking anyway. And if they are old enough to walk, let them walk. Get that exercise. But just because you have a child doesn't mean that, oh, you know what, I can just park wherever I want. I'm just going to pull right through the store, take out a couple of people. But that's okay because I have a child. So the manslaughter, we could just throw that away and I'll explain it to the judge. No, you're a bad person. You are a bad person. And you shop at Whole Foods, all right? Nothing wrong with Whole Foods, but come on. Have you ever been to Whole Foods? It's kind of weird in there. Like, no offense if you shop at Whole Foods, but even if you shop, it's a little weird in there. All right, they have some cult or something. The employees are eating each other's name tags. I don't know. I shop at ShopRite. I feel like that's the normal thing to do. But if you shop at Whole Foods, nothing towards you. Just be, be careful of your surroundings. They're a little off in there. They know something that we don't. Jeff Bezos. That man's a little creepy. So stay safe, my friends. Let's get into the next one. You're a capable young man, so I can grab whatever I want from your shopping cart. Details: I am 17 and live in the United Kingdom. This happened around December of last year, and it happened in Liddell to be exact. Now this is going to be a very long read, so be prepared. Entitled mom and entitled kid. My mom asked me to go to the grocery store because she was quite busy with something and I agreed to go, so I went to Liddell. I spent around 10 minutes looking for things on the shopping list. I decided to get a treat for myself because why not, and so I got some Thin Carry chocolate. Note this chocolate wasn't sold at the till in this location. I finally finished finding everything and made my way to the till. I was standing in line while using my phone, just minding my business, until this overly loud parent with her very hyperactive kid, who looked around 8, came behind me in the line. You wouldn't mind letting us go in front of you, would you? I looked down on her cart, which seemed to be a lot more full than mine, and I decided I'm not in a rush, so why not? And I replied, sure, and suddenly smiled. She thanked me and went to go in front of me. My impression of this woman seemed normal until this happened. The entitled kid said, and was pointing at my cart, Mom, look, it's that chocolate that you promised me to buy next time we go shopping. Oh yes, darling, I remember. The entitled mom looked up at me and said, I'll grab this chocolate bar. This one's been eager to get it. Now this location is somewhat far from the tills in this location, as I mentioned earlier. It isn't sold at the tills either, so getting my new chocolate bar for myself would be a chore. I replied, I'm sorry, but I think I can't give you the chocolate. It's quite far from the tills. Her smile quickly turned into the death stare, and she said in a loud voice, Right, I don't care how far this chocolate is from here. Now someone like you is more than capable of getting a new bar, so stop making George Krause. I replied, I don't care how capable I am. I'm not going anywhere, and this chocolate is staying in my cart. Now, there was a lot going on through my head, but at this point I remember the entitled kid reaching inside my cart trying to grab the chocolate, so I quickly grabbed it myself and held it in my hand. Mom, the guy took the chocolate. Right, I've had enough. The entitled mom reached her hand to grab the chocolate, but I moved in time and decided to go directly to the cashier and ask him to call a manager. Now, the cashier seemed to have witnessed everything, so he informed the manager about what happened. No more than 2 minutes of me awkwardly standing there and the manager arrived. She walked up to the entitled mom and quietly asked her to leave, and the entitled mom kept trying to incriminate me somehow until she finally paid for the groceries and left. Me, the cashier, and the manager all had a laugh about it after she left. Now that I think about it, the scene wasn't worth the chocolate bar, but oh well. But why? Why does the entitled parent just think like, okay, my kid wants it. Yeah, it'll be a hassle for you to get it. You know, you already have it. Sorry if I like butchered any of like the pronunciations or anything. I'm not from the UK, you know, US of A, you know, represent. And I don't know what like the certain kind of chocolate is or how expensive or like, but like the guy made it a point that it's like pretty hard to get your hands on in his location. And this mom is just like, my kid wants this chocolate. I don't want to have to go get it for him myself. So you know what? I'll just take yours. No. Be a good parent and say, child, he got it first. We'll go look and see if they have it. And if they don't, well then we just have to live without it. All right, but do not be a bad parent and just be like, my kid wants it, I'm ripping it from your soul. Because that is bad. That is a bad thing to do. I mean, this wasn't too bad of a story, you know, nothing like exciting happened. No entitled parents, you know, tried to like rob a Subway or something. But like, at the same time, it's like, don't be an asshole. Like, stop. You know, think of the Michael Jordan commercial. Hey, you, stop it. All right, so just, you know, everyone just chill out. Let strangers have their things. Don't be an entitled parent. This one's rather tame. Hopefully the next one's, you know, a little aggressive. I like the crazy ones. So let's just get right into it. Let my son take your pills. I don't care if you have cystic fibrosis. This happened a few weeks ago, so it's still fresh in my mind. I was on the public transport, which I hate a lot as there's usually assholes on the bus, as my car was due for its MOT. I was going to a friend's house to hang out and play Magic the Gathering, my favorite card game, and have my bag with piles and piles of pills to help clear my mucus from my lungs. I was playing on my phone, and then I heard a crunching, and then a big ew. I looked behind me, and I saw a half-empty pack of pills in his hand, and took them off of him. The brat started crying, and the mom tapped me on my shoulder hard. The following conversation. Excuse me, my son was eating those sweets. Sorry, these are not sweets. They're... Oh, don't be stupid. If they weren't sweets, why are they colorful then? I told her it was for my cystic fibrosis, but then she started getting pissed off. Give them back. You probably don't even have it, and you're just a drug addict. This caught the attention of a man next to me, and the man asked what was the problem, and the mother said that I stole her son's pills, and that the man asked if it was true, and I said no. Thankfully, the man settled the argument, and the woman gave up as I had a big, bulky man on my side, so in my head, I was laughing. How stupid do you have to be? They're colorful, so they have to be candy. They're definitely not pills. Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, because everything that's colorful and that you eat is just a Smartie. That's just how it works, right? Or nerds or whatever. No, that is a dangerous game to play. Also, you then follow it up with, oh, you're probably just a drug addict. Yeah, okay, so this man is a drug addict, and so you want your child going through his bag and eating all of the pills? What does that make any sense? Who is this woman? Someone needs to arrest her. Her child is probably a drug addict. Like, really? She's on the bus and she's just like, oh, let him play in the man's backpack, and oh, look at those things that he took out of a prescription bottle. Yeah, go eat them, child. No, your child's gonna end up in an ER. You are so dumb, it hurts. Like, did anyone ever tell you not to touch strangers' things? Also, I don't know what an MOT is. Like, I'm not from the UK. There's a lot of UK ones in here. A lot of UK entitled parents represent Europe, you know what I'm saying? But come on, like, this is just, like, so dumb. What is wrong with people? This made me sad. I am a sad boy now. We're gonna have to go to the next one. Hopefully that makes me happy. Stop, don't be dumb. Moral of the story here, don't be dumb. Entitled parent threatened me for playing a video game. A bit of backstory. I'm a pretty non-confrontational person, but nothing like anxiety. I like to play video games on my Nintendo Switch because I can take it anywhere, and I'm also a teenager. Sorry for the weird formatting, I'm on mobile. No problem. Now to the story. One day, I decided to go to the mall with my friends. While I was at the food court, I decided to take out my Nintendo Switch and wait for my friends to get their food. The entitled parent walks up to me, and I already knew there was going to be trouble. The following conversation occurs. What do you think you are doing playing these demonic mind-melting games in public? Sorry, but this game is completely safe. The game is Flat Heroes. Don't you try to mess with me. I've read the news, and I know the fact that those PlayStations are corrupting teenagers' minds and causing crime rates to skyrocket. I'm sorry, but this has nothing to do with you. Yes, it does. You know that my child can see these mind-altering machines, and who knows what will happen. You know, my friends just came back with their food and asked if we can just eat while walking around, and I agree. But the entitled parent has none of this and reaches for my Switch and proceeds to throw it on the ground. I am doing this for the good of humanity. Luckily, nothing broke, as I had a lot of protection on it, but I was still shocked. We decided to call security, but they really couldn't do anything except kick her out with a warning. This whole exchange, she kept mentioning a child, but I never saw one.
What?
Are there really people out here that are gonna think Nintendo Switches make frame rates skyrocket? Like, Nintendo Switches, those are the shits, alright? Super Smash Bros, I'll take down anyone. Little Mac main, NES main, it doesn't matter. I will take down anybody, you know? Don't even try to challenge me in Super Smash Bros. It's game on. Same with Mario Kart. Nintendo Switch is the shit. So the fact this person disrespected it and threw one on the ground, no. You don't do that to anyone's thing. That's like an expensive system. You can't just do that. Second of all, the fact that it was a Nintendo Switch just emphasizes it even more. Like, what would be like a normal fine or just recovering the cost? Nah, 10 years in prison. All right, get Parliament, work on it. All right, that's what we need to happen. 10 years in prison, disrespect the Nintendo Switch. Also, what is wrong with this person? There was no child. You're just mad that someone has a Switch, is what it seems like. You watch way too much whatever TV show you're watching, because I don't know where you're hearing this from, Dr. Oz or the Oprah Network. I don't know, like, what is telling you Nintendo Switches are going to cause an uproar, because trust me, they are not. Pretty interesting that this is, like, the first time I've seen, like, someone actually, like, just take it and throw it. Usually, like, the OP is able to, like, you know, grasp for it or whatever, protect themselves or go get help, but this person just straight up, like, reached for it and threw it on the ground. Not okay. Don't disrespect other people's things. Moral of the story, play Super Smash Bros. On to the next one. Entitled mom takes out kitchen knife on neighborhood kids. So this happened last summer after I got done with my 6th grade year. I'm a 7th grader now. So one day a bunch of the kids in my neighborhood went outside and had a water gun war. I got my water guns to go outside when my brother, 6 at the time, asked to come with me, so I let him come. So everything was fine in the beginning. Entitled kid was acting like he had type 2 AIDS. So an hour into us playing, a girl from the neighborhood brought out a gallon of bubble mixture to blow bubbles, I guess. That's when the entitled kid got the bubbles and poured it all over my brother's face. Me seeing my brother on the ground crying because a stupid kid poured soap in his eyes made me mad. Like real mad. So I ran over there and pushed the entitled kid to the ground. It probably wasn't the best move since we were playing on the road, but the dumbass could have blinded my brother. The entitled kid starts crying and he ran to his house. As I start to help my brother up, the entitled mom comes out with a kitchen knife. The entitled kid then points at me and all hell broke loose. Why did you push my kid into the ground and pour bubbles in his eyes? I pushed him into the ground because he poured bubbles on my brother's eyes. He's lying. Literally every other kid. Entitled kid's lying. Entitled mom makes unintelligible noises. Entitled mom then starts to chase him with a knife. Now I'm small, short, scrawny, weak kid, so I'm in no position to fight back. Thank God another kid, much bigger and stronger, tackled her. Cops were called, statements were made, entitled moms were arrested. Whoa, that's a lot of upvotes. That is a lot of upvotes. A woman chased you around with a knife in the 6th grade? That's like, this woman's like a serial killer. Like, that's not okay. Like, yeah, you pushed your kid on the ground, but her kid did a bad thing. That's how kids should be. You know, if you're a little shit, you deserve to be put in your place. As long as, like, your kids, and it's not like, you know, hurting anyone too badly. But you poured bubbles on a kid's face for no reason and, you know, got in his eyes. So you got pushed to the ground. You were a shit, so now you're gonna be treated like a little bit of shit. You have no reason for your mother coming out of the house with a knife, wielding it like Agent 47, just coming after you. No. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with all these people? You tell mom to be in jail. Yes, that's great. Hopefully when she gets out of jail, she learned her lesson. She is no longer an entitled mom. Or at this point, I don't even know if that's entitled mom. I think it might just be angry mom with way too much anger issues. But yeah, moral of the story. Blow some bubbles outside. Bubbles are fun. They're good for the kids. Anyway, guys, that's been this one. Entitled Parents. Another one in the books. Love doing it. Hopefully you love hearing them because these are great. I love them. If you have any feedback or just anything random at all, I saw a couple of random comments last time. I love the random comments. You know what? For the next video, or the next video that's like a Reddit video, I might have something else planned for the next video, but the next Reddit video, I'm gonna shout out the most random comment I can find on this video. It can be anything. It can be SpongeBob SquarePants bought a Subway sub and then brought it to Domino's. I don't care. It can be anything random as long as it can be posted in a video. Nothing crazy. Calm down. No like hate speech or anything like that, but random and safe for the eyes. Then that's gonna be in the next video. You know, make me laugh. So as always, guys, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, turn the post notifications on, and I will see you guys next time.